as we look around the globe, there is a need for consistency, right? Fleta, you talked about it. Deepak, you as well, in terms of finding the experts who can deliver consistently a product that comes in the way customers expect. So is it possible that at some point in the future, the EU GMP kind of model becomes the model that is sort of the flagship certification, I guess, for the globe? Or is it likely that there is, some other path, or that they'll blow it up and start from scratch? To me, on the surface, it looks like it's got the most likelihood of becoming sort of the key thing that everybody looks to worldwide as the blueprint. But I'm wondering if you agree with that assessment.
Maybe I can kick it off. I think the question is not so much, is EU GMP the model to follow? I think it certainly is. The question is, are regulators going to imply the same regulations with respect to EU GMP globally? Is it going to be one set of regulations? As Fleta pointed out earlier, you could have EU GMP and not be able to supply Germany, but be able to supply the UK and Denmark, as an example. And so is that going to be consistent? And what we've got is a lack of consistency, is putting it mildly, but like completely different regulations within Europe and even outside Europe, between country to country. Denmark is vastly different from Germany, is vastly different from the UK. So I'd say the one thing that we as manufacturers and distributors would want is a cohesive set of regulations. EU GMP is great, and you can get that. But when it comes to actually registering and launching and selling products, it would be nice to have a cohesive set of regulations that even countries within the same member states, like the European Union, follow, leave alone countries that are outside of that.
Yeah, we can all dream, right? So, Fleta, thoughts?
Yeah. Boom, you got that one. I absolutely agree. I think as well, why would you change anything that's that is proven in terms of GMP? I mean, EU has got that worldwide gold tick of approval to say, look, it is the #1 standard in the world. And it is a medicine. It's a pharmaceutical medicine. It needs to go through, the same hoops. The jury is still out. I think in some countries they are treating cannabis a little bit differently. And so it is quite interesting to see, will the same rules apply? But personally, I think they probably should, because every other drug has to do the same thing. So I don't think it is a question of will EU GMP, be the future. I think absolutely, if you want to import into or export into Europe, then absolutely. If you just want to play in your own country, that's a different story. Or if you're just wanting to play in the recreational market, different story again. But if you're wanting to be perceived as a serious pharmaceutical or supplier of medicinal cannabis, then you absolutely, need to understand what's required in terms of your pharmaceutical quality system and GMP requirements.